Hey, folks. Adam Lane Smith, the attachment specialist here. I think you know that if you're watching this channel. Welcome back. Today, I want to talk about couples. You guys know, I think you know, I was a licensed marriage and family therapist for many, many years. Okay. I worked with couples, I worked with individuals as well, but licensed marriage and family therapist. My master's degree is in psychology, emphasis marriage and family therapy. All of my training and experience has been about relationships. I moved into attachment. This is also relationships. Here we go. Gregory, good to see you over in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Um, you guys know that relationships is the heart and soul of what I teach, especially marriages. Marriages and romantic relationships are the big thing I love. Vital, good to see you in here as well. Smash that like. There you go, Gregory. Thank you, everybody. If you pound that like button, it brings more people into the channel and more people learn and more people grow. And we get to help everybody that way. So thank you. I appreciate you. And thank you, Gregory. Tonight, couples. Three things, in fact, that every single marriage needs. Three things if you want to survive as a couple, if you want to build a loving, thriving marriage. I just had my 15-year wedding anniversary with my wife. Our fifth baby was due on our 15th wedding anniversary. So there we go. You can tell it's going pretty well then by that point. But here we are. And I'm going to show you how to do the same. In fact, I'm going to show you how to build a 30-year marriage, a 50-year marriage, an 80-year marriage. If you want that, these three things that we are talking about here tonight, you must have. Okay? If you do not have these three things, you will probably get divorced. These three things were the three things I saw missing most as a marriage and family therapist, now as a relationship coach. Three things that were missing in every divorce, and three things that were present in couples that made it. I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay? You guys ready? Chat, go wild over there. Anybody have any guesses over in chat of what some of these three things are? Keep it as PG as you humanly can. Chat, I would love to hear from you guys over there. Three things, okay? I'm going to dive into these here in just a moment. So, number one, I'm going to tell you here in just a minute, okay? Drop those over there in the chat. I'd love to hear. Three things you must have in a marriage to make it survive, okay? Three things. I want to see what you guys' guesses are because maybe you guys might be pretty close if some of you guys have been watching me for a while. Before I get into that, keep in mind that February is the month of love. I have special couples coaching right now. I have the Marriage Rescue Pack at 30% off. I have single sessions at half price. If you want to do a single session of coaching with me, click to my website. The discount is added when you add a single session or a coaching package into your cart. I am here to help. Let's make this the month that turns your whole life around. Okay. Trust, care, good communication. I like that. Emotional intimacy, communication, money, and sex. There you go. Communication, conflict resolution. Getting pretty close, Gregory. Eye rolling, not eye rolling. 100% got you, Gregory. Totally got you. Good questions, guys. Trust, friendship, intimacy. Good stuff, Melissa. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Three things. Okay, let's roll through this. I'm going to make this really simple. Number one, for those of you who said communication, you are very right. Communication is the number one thing that a marriage must have to survive. I'm going to do this for you. Okay. Marriages and co-founding a business are the two relationships in the world that are the same. The skill sets of one apply to the other. If it would bankrupt your business as a co-founder, it will bankrupt your marriage. What would bankrupt a business? Let's imagine one of you you buy a restaurant together. One of you runs front of house, one of you runs the kitchen. If you never ever speak about problems, if everything's passive aggressive, if everything's quiet, everything's secretive, you never share issues, you never talk, you never communicate. If that's what's happening, your business will go bankrupt. Your marriage will go bankrupt too. Communication is the number one thing you must have as a couple. Now, communication is the number one thing destroyed with attachment issues. You won't communicate your needs. You'll hold everything inside. You'll be afraid things will be used against you. You won't trust the other person or trust maybe yourself. You will keep everything inside, not share context. Communication stops or it's limited. Many of the people out there, about 50% of people now have attachment issues. They did not grow up in relationships and families. You grew up in a marriage or not. You grew up inside a couple or not, where you learned skills or did not. Okay. Communication skills don't just poof into your head. You learn them, you see them, you use them, you practice them. They are a skill. Okay. Not too many people are born master carpenters. You have to learn carpentry. Not too many people are born master communicators. In fact, we learn to communicate as a child. You don't even come out with words. You come out crying. You pee yourself and then you cry. Okay. Some people don't advance beyond there, unfortunately, in their relationship communication. Sometimes that's the limit of what people will give you. Just look at Tinder for an example. Communication skills, absolutely mandatory. The ability to articulate, the ability to, at least the ability to, okay? You must have the ability to communicate. So good job, everybody who said communication. I love that. I love that. Number 2. Anybody have a guess at what number 2 is? Now that we've cleared up number 1 there, anybody have a guess at what number 2 is? Some of you guys up there said money. Some of you guys said conflict resolution. Some of you guys said emotional intimacy, care, friendship. I like that. Anybody have an updated guess yet? Chat, go wild. Tell me what your updated guess for number 2 is, and I'm going to share that with you here in just a second. Good to see you guys in here. Supporters, thank you so much. Members, I appreciate you. Hawk, Vital, good to see you guys. Remember, you guys, you can click the join. Where is it? It's down here. Click the join button right there. You get a members access. You get chat priority. At the end of this, I am going to turn on members only chat and take questions directly from members. Archeon, good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Support network, Greg. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. Other relationships make the relationship. I love that view. I love that view. Boundaries, responsibility, good suggestions you guys hear, common vision. All of these are good things. These are all, you guys have been listening. I can tell. I like these things. In fact, here is the second thing that I saw in all my years of clinical experience, now in professional coaching experience. The number 2 thing that a couple must have in order to avoid divorce and to build a good relationship is conflict resolution skills. Okay. This is where communication skills are really important. Communication skills buy into this, but conflict resolution skills, the ability to walk into a tense situation and deal with fairness with the other person, to have confrontations head on, to be able to resolve conflict as a team, the ability to find that unified vision, right? That you guys mentioned, find that unified vision, the ability to apply healthy boundaries, the ability to care for each other in that moment, but conflict resolution skills. So communication skills is one. The second thing a couple must possess is conflict resolution skills. Now, many people with attachment issues, the reason you have attachment issues is because you never saw conflict resolve well in your favor, and you learn people would either not be fair with you because they can't or won't, or because you don't deserve it. So most people with attachment issues, for example, they don't learn conflict resolution skills because their parents didn't have them and their grandparents didn't have them and they didn't teach them to you. So you grow up being dictated at and treated like crap and told how to act or manipulated or pushed around for feelings. These are not conflict resolution skills. These are conflict avoidance skills. Okay. Chicks love guys with skills. There you go. It is. It's true. It's true. We all need skills to make our relationship last. So communication skills, number 1, conflict resolution skills, number 2. You guys can see how this fits together, right? As long as you can articulate what you're feeling, thinking, needing to the other person, and then when those things come into conflict, you can resolve them and be fair with each other, right? You can actually solve your problems. There was wait a minute, let me look this up because my wife sent it to me. It was fantastic. There's a Romanian village called Birton. Anyone out there from Romania, please correct my pronunciation. Called Birton. There was a church there. The church had a room in it where couples who wanted to get a divorce would go and live together for 2 weeks in this room. Okay. And there was one bed, little tiny bed, one chair, one table, one plate, and one spoon. Now, if you wanted to get a divorce, they would shove you into this little room with one of everything and make you live there for 2 weeks. Couldn't leave the room. In 300 years, only one divorce actually came out of that room. Okay? What does this teach us? If you are forced to resolve conflicts, and if you are forced to communicate, and if you're forced to work together, odds are good that you might learn those skills and you might find that you actually care about each other and find some mutual respect. Okay. We need more of that. We need conflict resolution skills and communication skills if you want to make a marriage work. If you want to make any relationship work, really, but especially an intimate marriage. Remember, go back to a co-founder relationship. If you cannot resolve conflicts with your co-founder, can you have a business? If you don't have communication skills and can't communicate with your co-founder, can you run a business? No, it's probably going to go bankrupt pretty fast. And you're going to hate each other, the whole process. Same thing with a marriage. Okay. You guys have heard number one, communication skills. You guys heard number two, conflict resolution skills. Okay. What do you guys think is number three? Throw number three out there in chat. What is the number three factor that ties these together that you guys think couples must have to be able to survive as a couple and build a happy, fulfilling marriage lifelong and not only avoid divorce, but build a good relationship? Okay. What do we got over here? Shared values. That's not a bad one, chat. I like that one. Duct tape. Well, emotional duct tape can hold the marriage together. Number three guess is God, shared religious values and that spiritual aspect. I like that. Forgiveness, good one. Gratitude, similar lifelong goals. You guys have been listening as I've been talking. These are all wonderful things. These would build an immensely wonderful marriage. Attentiveness, responding to kids, shared goals. Love it. Okay. You guys are going to laugh at number three. Okay. The number three thing that a marriage must have to tie those first two things together and to build a lifelong relationship that will last, that will endure. Secure attachment. Duh, right? Secure attachment. Now you can have communication skills. There's tons of books on communication skills. You can learn them. I teach them all day long. I teach communication skills here. I teach them in my coaching group and my mentorship group, the attachment circle. I teach them in comment sections and DMs sometimes. I teach them in coaching, concentrated communication skills, right? Conflict resolution skills. I teach these all day long as well. You can gather these skills. You can even see them practiced. You can hire the best coach in the world. Okay. You can have Tony Robbins come live in your home with you, right? You could do this. I'd imagine he'd probably charge you a lot, but you probably could. But it's not going to help if you can't use them. Why does attachment matter? Really think on that. Really sit with that for a moment. Why does attachment matter? Why has Adam dedicated his life to teaching secure attachment across the entire earth? It is not so that people feel good. I don't care how people feel. I mean, I do, but I'm not dedicating my life to feelings. Okay. I don't teach secure attachment because I think it solves the drug problem. Right. I teach secure attachment because it opens the door for everything else. It opens the door for people to use those communication skills. It opens the door for people to use conflict resolution skills. It opens the door for people to trust other people in conflict. An avoidant person runs away from conflict because they don't believe anyone else will ever be fair with them. Right? I'll tell you a story. I have a coaching client come to me, and he had never once experienced fairness in his life until he met this wonderful woman. She's fully securely attached. Did not know what was wrong with him. Hate to say it that way. Did not understand why he was avoidant. She just thought he was confused or scared. And he was. But they would try to solve conflicts and he would run away. And she'd say, "Where are you going?" She's going to solve it. And he'd out. And then he'd feel ashamed. And he'd come back. And it was ruining their relationship. She wanted to get married. He was petrified that somehow she would destroy his life. Somehow he was going to be destroyed by trusting her in marriage. That was conflict. He had no idea how to resolve it. No idea how to share his fears. No idea. Outside of this relationship, he was phenomenal communicator. Outside of this relationship, he could negotiate, he could compromise. But in the intimate relationships where he was afraid of getting hurt, everything fell apart because he didn't have secure attachment. Okay. You've seen my recent videos. How to love an avoidant man. Why did I produce those? Because the vast majority of people on the internet who talk about avoidant attachment make those people feel and look like monsters. I wanted to produce a video, multiple videos that would show people with avoidant attachment, this is what it can feel like when somebody is fair with you. Secure attachment is the answer. It's number 3. You have communication skills. Fantastic. You have conflict resolution skills. Amazing. You have secure attachment together. You can use those skills. You can keep coming back when things are tough. You can have the hard talks. You can compromise together. You can resolve issues. You can share your needs. You can get them met like adults. If you don't have that, you know what you get is this book right over there. The camera's reversed. Right over my shoulder. Exhausted Wives, Bewildered Husbands. 20-year marriages dissolve. I was working for years in the field as a licensed marriage and family therapist, and they warned me, when you go in the field, the majority of couples you work with are there to break up. You are the angel of death for marriage, and they are there to use you as an excuse to quit their marriage. One of them has already given up. And I said, absolutely not. I won't let that happen. I went in the field, and what did I find? That. Right there. Not thumbs up. There. One after another, 15 to 20-year marriages coming to me to die. Why? They had great communication skills outside of their marriage, many of them. They had good conflict resolution skills outside of their marriage, maybe at work. They had horrifically broken attachment. They could not leverage what they had because they were so scared. Okay? Attachment's the thing that holds your marriage together. It is the thing that holds you together when things are terrible, when it's painful, when you can't remember what skill to use, when you give each other grace, when you stick to the marriage. All the things that you guys listed over here in chat, they're amazing. Look at you guys pouring out these beautiful, beautiful things of how to build a wonderful marriage, but none of those will work if you don't have attachment. None of them. That's why Adam has dedicated his life. Me. That's why I have dedicated my life to teaching attachment everywhere in the world to every human being who will listen. Because it is the foundation that allows you to use the skills that resolves the problem so that things don't break. So you can build lasting, loving relationships for the rest of your life. Marriage, friendship, parent-child relationships, professional relationships, business relationships. You can build lasting relationships forever. Okay? That's why I've dedicated my life to this. And I am happy to do it. So, if you need to learn communication skills, don't panic if you're watching this and, oh, no, I don't have those. My marriage is doomed. If you need to learn conflict resolution skills or you need to fix your attachment, keep in mind, that's what I'm here to teach. Guys, that's why I am so happy when people pop in and say, Adam, I took your attachment boot camp course. I watched it with my husband and we learned how to share our needs with each other. And we finally see eye to eye on building a family together. He was afraid all this time that he would not be a good dad, that I wouldn't support him, that something bad would happen. And now we have built this connection together where we can take care of each other. Right? That's why I love it when I get emails from my coaching clients. Adam, here's my wedding photo. Right? I was so afraid of trusting my partner, but learning how to be secure allowed me to talk through those fears. And as I did, I get these people say, and it's just, I love it so much. I love it. I'm addicted to it. They learn that you can just talk to people. You can just talk. I had a WhatsApp message. I'm pointing at my phone. I had a WhatsApp message today from someone that said, Adam, I I was so afraid of this thing and I was so stuck in my head and I couldn't stop overthinking. I remembered you told me to go tell somebody that the answers are not in my head. The answers are in my relationships. So I went and told them what I was afraid of and they made it better. They didn't just give me empty words. We built a better relationship because I shared that fear. That's what attachment allows with conflict resolution skills and with communication skills. That's why attachment's the foundation of everything else. So if you're watching this and you're panicking, don't worry. I'm here to teach this. Keep in mind, all the month of February, my coaching is on super special, 50% off for a coaching session, 30% off for the couples pack, for the marriage rescue pack. If your marriage is on the rocks right now, I will work with both of you and show you how to build this very quickly. 8 targeted sessions. Most couples need about 3 to 4 to stop the fighting and to start saying, wow, this actually feels pretty good. About 3 to 4 sessions to start liking each other again and stop the fighting. And then by the end of the 8th session, they're snuggling, their bedroom life has improved, all their conflict resolution has got better. They've resolved their years of tension and they're finally happy with each other. 8 sessions, you guys. I can show you this, okay? If you need these 3 things, let me know. I am here to help. I am here to help. So what I'm going to do now, thank you, chat, everybody being here. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn on members only chat. If you hit join down here and become a member, you support the channel. Thank you. Members only chat is going live right now. Become a member and you get in. And I'm going to answer questions directly from you members. So, Gregory, do you do couples therapy for entrepreneurs, coaching? Absolutely. I do couples coaching for anybody. Individual coaching, couples coaching, executives. I do anything for anybody who needs relationship help and attachment help. I'm here to help 100%. So thank you. Good question. Members, those of you who are here or those who choose to join members and become members tonight, what questions do you have about this topic? What relationship struggles are you facing? Tell me about your relationships or your marriages. Tell me about them falling apart. Let me show you how to fix some of those things. Arkin, I don't think I'll have enough money to pay for a single session, but I think I'll be able to pay for an individual session a month. Will discounts still apply? You know what? You're a member. Let's talk. I will find a way to make this work for you. But you support me. I'm happy to take care of you in return, Arkin. What other questions do you guys have about marriage and relationships? What do you guys think, members? What do you think of those 3? Do you think I missed anything? Do you think there's anything in there that needs to be a 4th? I'm happy to take that on. I can take a little criticism. A little bit, though. Just a little bit. This is not beer. This is Liquid Death. I am not sponsored by Liquid Death. I just really like it. So that's what somebody would say if they were sponsored by Liquid Death, right? Can review those 3 again. Absolutely, Archeon. Communication skills. The ability to share your needs with the other person. You don't have to be a master communicator. But remember, communication skills are available everywhere. They're in books. They are on YouTube. How to communicate. There's courses. There's videos. There's free everything. You can learn communication if you want to. It's one of the most important skills a human can learn is how to communicate, okay? We come out frustrated that we can't. Huge portion of baby crying is frustration that they can't articulate their needs better. Communication skills is the one skill that pays off almost everywhere else. So learn those communication skills, especially in relationships. I spend a lot of my coaching with people is teaching them some very important specific communication skills that they missed as kids. Conflict resolution skills, how to resolve conflict, how to lean into that, how to articulate that, how to work on conflict, how to find fairness and balance, how to trust the other person. All of that weaves in. And then number 3, attachment. Secure attachment, to pull those other 2 things together and allow you to do those other 2 things and use them and then use all those other wonderful things you guys mentioned over in chat. Communication skills, conflict resolution skills, secure attachment. Those are the 3 things you must have. Must, non-optional, to build a secure relationship. Spend some time learning those things, you guys. It really invest in yourself and your marriage. Don't spend $100,000 breaking up, kill your retirement fund, lose your house, alienate your kids, be miserable for years. Don't do that. Invest in skills and the things you need to build a healthy relationship, okay? Or pay $100,000 and 10 years of misery later. We should get Liquid Death to sponsor us. Good stuff. Quench your burning desire to know better. There you go, Vital. I love that. I love that. Okay, I think having shared goals is also number 4. After all, a lot of people become divorced and their kids move out. Shared goals are very important. I teach shared vision. One of the number one things when couples come in, a lot of times they fight and fight and fight, right? Because they don't think they actually want the same relationship or the same marriage. So I sit them down and I make them go through a marriage contract. We are going to lay out a marriage contract. What are your 3 non-negotiables and what are your 3 non-negotiables? What are you trying to do in this marriage? What do you want this marriage to be? And we go through those and map those out, and then we agree on it. And they're like, wow, we both agree. And you can keep coming back to this marriage contract if somebody violates it or gets close to the line. You can keep coming back to it. Then you have a foundation. Okay, we both want this. Here's what we're going to do to go forward and build it. So very much with you, Archeon. You're not wrong at all. Hawk, said it before, we'll say it again. Get help from Adam now. He's cheaper than divorce. Much cheaper. Thank you, Hawk. I appreciate that. And I didn't even pay you to say that. So thank you. No, it's true, guys. I'm people always say they kind of balk at the price of coaching or therapy or a course. And they say, oh, I don't want to put that on my credit card or whatever it is. And I get that. It's not for everybody. And I don't want anybody to pick up anything that's not for you. 100%. But the costs of divorce, the years of pain, hundreds of thousands of dollars, losing your retirement, being forced to sell your home by the other person who doesn't want to live there, so they make you sell your home or take out a second mortgage just to keep it. Now you have to pay double mortgage on your own and you can't, so you lose your home. It's divorce can be catastrophic, you guys. Like, I understand people are hesitant to invest in themselves, but it's one of the best things you can possibly do for your own happiness, and it prevents catastrophic loss later on. So spend some time thinking about where you'd like to invest in yourself and what it frankly might cost you if you don't. People don't think about that. Arkin, like I said, I just need a month to get enough money together. 100%, guys. How important is having a purpose for men? Purpose for men? It is very, very hard to live a fulfilling life without a purpose. Very, very hard to live a fulfilling life without a purpose, you guys. Enormously important. Okay? That's why I get men coming to me coaching. I get executives coming to me. $10 million in the bank, 3 homes, supermodel girlfriends. And they come in and say, my life has no purpose. And I wake up every morning depressed that I'm still alive. Okay, purpose. The importance of purpose cannot be measured. Make sense? Vital, do you see a benefit in staying married but separated unofficially? If you are working diligently at repairing the issue, typically, right? If you're working diligently at repairing an issue, sometimes separation can be fantastic. Is there a reason to never get separated or never get married? I mean, there's legal and financial things. There's all kinds of things, and people do a lot of things for the sake of paperwork and whatnot. I always tell people, if you are not 100% certain, sometimes a separation can be very helpful because you don't pass each other in the hallway and start a fight. You have space to think and breathe and then come together intentionally and spend your time together carefully so that you can learn to like each other again. And you're not accidentally bruising each other over and over and over. Sometimes that separation can be enormously helpful. I've seen that help. I am not one of those people that's like, you should get separated immediately and nothing. No. I had plenty of marriage therapists do that. No. Move out, get your own apartment immediately. Start paying. No. Let's pay an extra $8,000 a month just so that you can. No. But sometimes separation can save marriage. Getting a divorce isn't just bad for yourself, it's also bad for your kids. I'm a product of a divorced household, but for an adopted divorced household, I've seen that so many times, and it's so heartbreaking when somebody gets adopted and then their adopted parents get a divorce. you already have the wound from the original loss, and then you come into this new family and then break this family too. The double wounding is just astronomical, you guys. My heart goes out to adoptees so much. There's a lot of adoption in my core family and my extended family, a lot of adoption happening there throughout the past several generations. It's one of the reasons I had attachment issues that I had to fix was generational adoption things. But keep in mind, it can still be fixed. Those attachment issues are not permanent. They can still be fixed for life. Okay. That's the message I want all of you to take home tonight. Attachment issues are crucial for a lifelong marriage, and you can't have a lifelong marriage without it. Not really. Not a healthy, happy one, anyway. But you can build it. You can build secure attachment. So if you don't have it now, if you weren't blessed with wonderful, perfect parents, with a wonderful, perfect generational family, right? You can still build secure attachment. That's what I want you guys to take home today. Really great questions coming out of chat over there. I have a couple of minutes left. What questions remain on your mind about good marriage and good attachment, communication skills, conflict resolution skills? What questions are still on your mind over there, you guys? And as you type in those out, remember one more time, my attachment coaching is on special for this month, the month of love. Single sessions, 30% off, 50% off for single sessions. Marriage rescue pack, 30% off. Okay. Dating mastery package. I didn't even mention that yet. If you want to learn to build a romantic relationship, 30% off for the dating mastery package. Okay. All available through my website. The discounts add up when you add these to your cart. Please check this out. AdamLaneSmith.com. If you want to get direct personal help with me, now is the time. Invest now. Do not spend the next 10 years wishing that you had invested. This isn't just marriage. Find these things about through dating. Exactly, Hawk. This is what you should be testing for during dating. Most people are testing for feelings. Most people are trying to get adopted like a puppy. They're just happy to have somebody pay attention to them. Then they get married. Then they start realizing they don't have these things. Check for these 3 things during the dating phase. Exactly, Hawk. Love it. Can taking a dance class help with couples and communication? It can definitely build you shared hobbies, show you how to bond, vasopressin bonding, oxytocin bonding, communication skills. It can help bring some of these things out. Absolutely. I think dancing classes are fantastic for couples anyway. Really good question. Good one. I like things like that. How baby and Mama Smith. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for asking. Yeah, it's is it 2 weeks since my daughter was born or 3? Time has just flown. I want to say it's 2.5 weeks since my newest daughter was born, but I have lost track of time. I have lost track of time. I think we're creeping up on 2 weeks. You guys can check for me. 2 weeks. There you go. Thank you, Hawk. It's time is just when you're in the circle of fire, you don't even remember. So it's just a lot of diapers, a lot of love, a lot of hugging, a lot of the other kids coming to me for love now because mom is covered with a baby. So a lot of cooking, a lot of cleaning, a lot of extra stuff going on. You guys, if you guys have had children, you know. Would you ever do an interview with Jordan Peterson? Yeah, I got no problem with that. I did an interview with his daughter, Michaela. That was what kind of launched my attachment work on the global stage. Was doing a big interview with Michaela Peterson. 100%, I would do an interview with Jordan Peterson. I have no problem with that at all. My son's infancy is still a blur in my mind to this. It is. It is. They tell me it's a blur, and it's a blur going through it, and it's a blur looking back at it, is what they tell me. So good that I have a good marriage to rely upon. And anyone out there who's thinking about having kids, make sure you have a good marriage to rely upon as well, because you will go through the trial of fire together, and you'll still love each other. All right, guys, I am ducking out for the night. Remember, coaching is on super special. Check out my website. Email me, support@adamlanesmith.com. If you have any questions, I am here to help. Let me help. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Consider jumping in and joining and being a member on the channel. You can help me support my work. Keep this going. Keep it going. Have a good night. It's always good to see your face. Thank you. Good to see you too. Thank you, Vital, for also being here. Vital and Archeon and Hawk. Thank you, my members. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I will be back tomorrow night, same time frame, 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time. We'll talk again. Take care of yourselves until then. Be good.